Okay, now that we've touched on everything that doesn't really have to do with the trademark, like now what would be the benefit of having a trademark, either based on what you know from personal experience or based on what other people have, shared with you or what you've seen, read?
I think the trademark, it's been on my notebook to-do list for the longest time. I'm serious. And I've just procrastinated on it so hard. It's not even that expensive to really get. And the best part about it for an Amazon seller is you're going to get the enhanced brand content. And that's going to allow me to put a video tutorial of my product that would help prevent refunds on my high-ticket electronic product. They'll show them exactly what to do. When you have a video in your listing, and then in the product description down below, you have big images, and it just looks super legit. And a lot of people get this trademark and they don't even have good images there. So if you really maximize the potential of enhanced brand content, you're going to just blow things out of the water. Amazon's also going to favor people that have a trademark. They're legit. They're not going to mess with you and maybe come restrict a product like mine for a simple word that I had in there. Like they didn't take out the other people who had enhanced brand content. So they had trademarks. They had those words in their listing, and they never took them down, but the people had to remove those words, marketing claims, from their listing, but they never went down. So that's huge to have. And also the legality. Someone could come and just trademark my brand name before I did, and then come and say that this is their brand on Amazon, and then prove it to Amazon with the trademark that they got before me, and then take my sales and just take my business kind of thing. So that's risky.
So knowing what you know now, do you think that you would have applied for a trademark sooner?
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to mention as well. It takes how many months does it take to get it?
Yeah, it takes a while, anywhere between 10 to 14 months.
Dang. I think my dad got his in 4 months somehow. I don't know what he did. Yeah, he got it though. He applied for it and he got it in 4 months. And there's still something he has to do with it to claim. He's got to claim what it's used for, Oh,
yeah. So then he hasn't gotten the trademark yet. No. So he applied 4 months ago and he still has to, he applied as an intent to use application, and now he has to show proof of use in commerce.
He already has his product and the trademark and logo on his product, stuff like that. But he did everything. He got one number. He needs the actual registration number or something. So he's got to do one more step of just saying what it's used for. This is used for mark on this product, this thing, stuff like that, I guess. But we'll see.
Yeah, he probably got a serial number. So a serial number is what they give every applicant. But just to be clear, a serial number is not what Amazon asks for. So you can't use a serial number to take advantage of the brand registry. You actually have to have the certificate with the registration number.
See, that's why you are super important right now, because I don't have one right now. So I need to talk to people and get this, and it's super important. So my dad, he tried to put in the serial number and it didn't work. He thought he had it. And I was like, wait, you have to still do this part. So it could be a 10-month process if you don't get on it. And like me, I need to get on it. So.
Well, we'll have that conversation when this conversation is over. Do you think there's anything else that Amazon sellers should know when they first embark on their journey? One thing before I forget is that you mentioned that you invested $4,500 into inventory. So in the big scheme of things, that's probably a lot less than some other sellers might spend. And this was a high ticket product. So there might be people thinking, gosh, I don't have any money. My budget is super tight, super small, especially because it's the beginning of the year. What do I do? So tell us what you would tell a potential client in that situation.
So I think if you're going to go ahead and start Amazon, you got to be prepared for a little bit of trial and error and a learning curve and stuff like that, and a work ethic, and not just letting it go. So at least I would start with a course, even though it's a monetary investment up front. It's going to be something that you're going to learn for a month or whatever, and you're going to have time to save more money for that month, and maybe even more time to save while you're product researching before you place that product order. And I also say, to minimize the risk, above me guiding you of what products are going to be good kind of thing, is to just order 100 units. And that's not like other people, the first course I had, they said order 500 units. I just knew I wasn't trying to do that because it's more money. If something goes wrong, I have more inventory in there and I'm just kind of screwed. So 100 units is enough to have enough time to see how well your product's going to do and not have too much where if something goes wrong somehow, you're like out a ton of money and out a ton of product. So if you don't have a lot of money, I would start with watching YouTube videos and really learning as much as you can. Maybe seeing if you can get on a coaching call. Like I just offer coaching calls without the course. Those are still like $60 an hour, but you're able to have all the questions you want in one place and then maybe have products figured out. Use the Helium 10 Chrome extension, which is free for 50 uses, and just try and play around with everything like I did. I just started my business for $500 with 100 units of some neodymium magnets. So they were only like $3.43 per unit and then $1.60 for shipping kind of thing. So 100 units, that was $500 and I paid $500 for the course. I did my own product images. My friend had a nice camera. We put it up. I made a little ebook that just said 50 creative ways to use these magnets. So when the product shipped out, I just sent them an email through Amazon's email system to your customer. And it was a way for me to market my product and put that big ebook on my main image. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's interesting. They click on it and they ended up buying. So
that's amazing. Your parents must be very proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, his mom just said that in the room. But I just try and remain kind of humble with all this stuff and just doing it. Like I'm 26, I still live at home, so you could say that's totally whack. But I mean, rent here in Seattle is like $2,500 a month, something crazy if I want to live anywhere cool. And it's just not worth it for me to go move 20 minutes down the road and pay $2,000 a month. My plan is to travel the world, use this home where I'm living now as kind of home base, and then come back and find somewhere where I want to pay rent at. Maybe not in this state, maybe somewhere more sunny where I can skate.
Yeah. Well, listen, I hope that your story, I mean, obviously besides being value packed, I hope that this little interview and conversation with you is really motivational for a lot of people. Because, I know that there are stay-at-home moms that are wondering, what in the heck am I going to do with myself? How am I going to bring in extra income? There are young kids thinking, I don't want to go to college. What am I going to do with my life? Everyone says I'm not good at this and not good at this. And the fact of the matter is that if you have a good head on your shoulders, you're motivated, what other qualities do you think that it takes to get to the place where you are?
So you just got to remain happy and not in a rush. It's like in the course, I have the whole mindset before you even get into it. And it's like a marathon. It's not a sprint. You have to be willing to fail forward into success, not listening to what school has indoctrinated us to think like. And if you get an F on your report card, you're a failure for life. People grow up thinking that, and they're adults, and they still think they're a failure because they were screwing up in high school with a lot of stuff that no one even uses today. So you just got to take these little failures as like a learning opportunity. And I've had so many of those. And even when I get them, I don't even like get that mad. Of course, I was super sad when I lost my product for that amount of time, but it's something in my gut now that is never going to leave. And I'm always going to know how to deal with these problems. So I was at a level 3, like I could deal with level 3 problems totally fine. But now after that one, I feel like I can handle just about anything that comes my way.
That's awesome. Well, listen, I want to close this out by thanking you so much for being so transparent. I think you even said it. I think there are lots of coaches out there that even though they know they should be giving away their best information to lead people toward the most educational course or path or product that they're selling, they don't always do that. But you have really, really done that today. And so I hope that people go out and get your course if they're really interested in selling on Amazon and maybe changing their life in 2020. But above that, I do want to say that you truly have been an inspiration for me, just listening to you today, because At 26 years old, I'm not so sure that people are as committed as you have been to date, because this means you started how many years ago?
I started when I was 24.
24.
So
So now many 24-year-olds are probably worried about partying and a lot of other distractions. And you seem like you have been so focused and so committed. And I can only hope that other people watching can realize, that the level of success is attainable, provided they are as committed as you've been.
So that's a great point, because I just watched a video last night, and the video is talking about how to make Amazon FBA a full-time income in 2020. So he was saying you have to be willing to sacrifice things. And if it's willing to sacrifice that new iPhone or that TV or not eating out to save for a course or a product, like just make that sacrifice. And like you said, the distractions is like, partying and all this stuff and just watching the game. And I'm not even into all that stuff that much. I like my hobbies or whatever, but like I have a girlfriend too. So I am pulled a lot of different ways. If you see the Instagram, I'm doing a lot of different crazy things. And it's part of the balance of having a good time with your business and also like living your life and not being that billionaire who's just so overweight or something that he can't move. And I remember Tony Robbins said he was in a concert ball, and there was a billionaire next to him, and he was just so unhealthy he couldn't even enjoy his life, even though he's a billionaire.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's leave people on that high note and tell them where they can find you again.
So if you guys want to check my YouTube out, where I have in any of the videos in the description below, any video, it'll have my Instagram, my Facebook, the course. It's just Luke W. Just Luke W, Amazon FBA, Luke W. You'll see my channel there. And then I have over 300 videos that I started from the beginning, like when I just bought my first course up until now. So it's really the whole journey. The transparency is real. And I hope to see you guys there, and reach out to me, guys. It's all there for you.
All right, Luke. Well, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you.